Rich Homie Quan's career was going straight up. And if you ask me what stopped, it's not a lack of talent. I think he was one of the most talented people. What I believe happened is something that is so unfortunate, but out of his control. Rich Homie Quan became a pawn in an ongoing feud between multiple parties in trying to control him as an artist. During the Rich Gang era, Birdman started having some influence in Atlanta and wanted to get these two guys underneath Cash Money. YoungThug was down with it. Rich Homie Quan not so much. And not really him so much because he's an artist. But Rich Homie Quan had ties to people. He would either have to betray the people he was with or realize that the situation was bigger than him and out of loyalty just step back. There were politics. The politics happened that YoungThug and Rich Homie Quan could no longer be a duo and could no longer make the music that we loved for 2-3 straight years when they gave us Rich Gang the Tour, Part 1. Yes, on the surface, you could be like, yeah, well, Rich Homie Quan didn't like Thug calling him Bay and Boo. Of course he didn't like that shit, but that's not really why they split. Rich Homie Quan was left out there to die. So Rich Homie Quan falls back. There's now a feud that's happening between Rich Homie Quan's people and YoungThug's people. Rich Homie Quan can't make no music with Thug. YoungThug and his people pretty strong in Atlanta in every way. Streetwise, they're kind of mixing the two. Rich Homie Quan falls back. He doesn't go to beef with Thug on record. He's not carrying the beef for the people who not getting along with him. He just falls back. It seemed to fans like me and you, damn. Obviously, we all used to clown YoungThug for calling him Boo and Bay. But we're like, damn, you fell back from Thug and fell off. No, he fell back because the street niggas behind him is going at it and into it with the street niggas over there. Birdman makes a quick exit out of Atlanta. And by the way, I think Birdman was smart. When Atlanta PD starts realizing, check this out, this Birdman nigga's coming here to Atlanta, he's heavily promoting this blood shit. Birdman escaped being indicted with Thug by the skin of their teeth. Birdman said, peace out, Playboy. I'm gonna catch y'all niggas. But essentially, that's the tale of the tape. Rich Homie Quan's career was pretty much sacrificed, or his momentum was sacrificed because of loyalty to street dudes who helped put him on. So it's almost like Rich Homie Quan just got wiped off the map. It's not ironic that the attempt of Rich Homie Quan to really come back on the mainstream level only happened when Thug gets incarcerated. I remember talking to someone in Atlanta. This person will remain nameless, but they're very important to the Atlanta scene. And they're right with everybody they tell me to watch out for. They'll be like, yo, watch out for Honcho. This Honcho dude just pops off crazy. I remember they said, watch out for Rich Homie Quan. The streets is fucking with him again. I said, what? I said, Rich Homie been on for like mad long. We just haven't heard from him. He said, Rich Homie's he's going crazy again in Atlanta. What did that mean? YoungThug got locked up. His music started getting love again from all the places that, because of Thug, stopped fucking with Quan. That's not coincidence. Again, he's not beefing with Rich Homie Quan, but everything Rich Homie Quan represents is what he's not with. This is not even a theory. This is what I heard from real street niggas in Atlanta. Like, I be saying this like a theory. Like, I heard from that. Rich Homie Quan is with some street niggas over this side. YoungThug is calling shots and doing his thing over here. When there is now bloodshed, everybody got to go to their corner. You can't still be like, oh, nah, we're just doing some music together. It's over at that point. It's officially over. His career as an artist is essentially fucked up because he could no longer fuck with the Thug. Tell me if I'm right or I'm wrong. We didn't see any more public appearances with them. Rich Homie Quan, rather than run to the net and explain to the fans, yo, this nigga homies killed my man. He didn't say it. Obviously, Rich Homie Quan didn't say that. He just kind of fell back and just acted like, oh, no, I'm a solo artist. He kept it really street. Because what happened after Donovan Nut Thomas gets killed, mad shootings start happening. Remember, Rich Homie Quan was signed to Think It's a Game Entertainment. Who was his label mate? YF and Lucci. Those Inglewood Mafia people, or Inglewood family people, that's Rich Homie Quan's gang. After Donovan Nut Thomas gets killed, mad shootings happen. I think the police even say like dozens of shootings happen, and they realize to properly investigate those shootings, they got to go to the origin. And the origin is Donovan Nut Thomas dying. I love y'all YoungThug fans, but y'all be acting like this nigga's a saint. YoungThug was bullying niggas, having niggas under pressure. Nigga, put it like this. If I was Rich Homie Quan, nigga, I would have booked a room at the police station telling on Thug. The nigga killed your manager. nigga allegedly may have had a hand in shooting up your car, and then your dad gets shot, bro, they're targeting you. Now, we all know why Woody is a shooter for Young Thug. Why is he on the stand? Because after he done did a couple drills for Thug, he feels Thug is throwing him away. Thug don't fuck with him like that. Keep in mind, Woody's putting his life on the line. Woody's like a hitman. Yo, if Thug say, I need this done, he not asking why. He's ready with the gun. So when he feels like Thug is not valuing him as such, he starts to feel a way about Thug. He starts to low-key resent Thug. Then almost at a point start to think, man, I'm gonna kill that nigga Thug. That's the thing. They always say, a nigga's only as loyal as his last meal. If you ain't feed him last, expect no loyalty. Young Thug was bullying these niggas. It's interesting that we already are hearing it's a bad bill. Because what usually happens here, the running theory is, from what I hear, a lot of these pills are cut with like fentanyl. And fentanyl in very small doses could be very dangerous. Quickly, throughout the industry, and I'm not talking about just fans speculating, that became the word. Yo, yeah, he took a bad pill and overdosed. Again, I'm going to still say that's a rumor because he still has to be examined by the medical examiner who's going to tell us the official cause of death and is going to go through an official toxicology report to really figure out what's going on. I've never chalked up RichHomieQuan as a junkie. I've never chalked him up as, the guy who has mannerisms of a junkie, the guy who's like falling asleep on live. The unfortunate part of hip hop is that many rappers do have a vice. And I can't be a hypocrite, right? Like, I drink all. Some of these guys pop pills. Some of these guys smoke. And you could try to be like, oh, well, listen, my vice is more safer than your vice. You know what I mean? But you just never know. So, like, chat, I see why they call homicide. These dudes is not keeping it 100. I don't think nothing happened to Quan except overdose. But I see why they call homicide because these guys aren't telling the truth. Hey, we were popping pills, drinking lean the night before. Quan probably popped a little bit more or did a little bit extra shit. We thought everything was good till we saw him snoring. Of course, like we be doing this a lot, we're not going to call the police or we're not going to call paramedics because we've seen this nigga high before. So what we did was, rather than call paramedics, we just put him on the couch. That's really what should be said. But this is why they call homicide. So homicide came in because these answers don't make sense. It feel like y'all are making up a lie. Neither y'all are crying. I get it, y'all are dudes. The woman is crying, which is baby moms. Y'all over here like, yeah, it sounds like some bullshit. But they're giving out up to 20-year probation, which to me sounds crazy. 20 years of probation? Now, we don't know if Young Thug, a.k.a. Jeffrey Williams, has accepted a plea deal. Apparently, there was negotiations. We're going to see when Brian Steele and Thug gets up there. Does Thug take a plea? I'm probably thinking no. Or if they take a plea, how favorable will it be for Thug? Remember, they spent millions and millions of dollars to get Young Thug. And if Young Thug gets out, even if they give him 2 years, I think that's a loss. You did all that to lock Thug up for 5 years? Well, they're not going to drop the RICO charge, but would they do something to say Young Thug spend a year in jail and then come out, you're going to be on 15-year probation? Would Thug even want that, though? Because the case is looking kind of sloppy. Also, he's been locked up for a while. Do you really want to be on, like, you know how these rappers get down?